Hey, how's it going? This is your daily sweet talk for August 15th, 2023. Imagine Dragons. You picturing it? Imagine. Uh, Now imagine that those first two words that I said are the name of a band. I know, crazy. Do people like Imagine Dragons? I feel like I only ever see them treated as like a joke. They're like a punchline of a band, like a modern day Nickelback, or Nickelback's pretty much the perfect comparison, I guess. Um, but people have kind of come around on Nickelback, right? A little bit. Like people don't ironically like Nickelback anymore. They're like, um, their hit songs were hits for a reason. I wonder if that's gonna happen with Imagine Dragons because they are popular. But if you look on social media, it's like they're like a punchline. But social media is not real life, obviously, which is why Imagine Dragons is such a huge band. I think they're coming out with a documentary now or something. Not a documentary, a concert movie. One of those. Their songs are in everything. Um, Trailer for every movie. They made they did the theme song for The Boys, I think, one of the seasons, maybe. And then they did the theme song for Arcane, and those are two huge shows. And but all you seem to see is people making fun of them. Weezer, there's another one, but Weezer has their fans as well. I don't see like a fan base for Imagine Dragons really, but clearly they have like some influence, some pretty big influence. I what do I think of Imagine Dragons? I mean, I have some of their songs in my library. I don't seek out Imagine Dragons, but they're around, and I hear these songs in movie trailers or whatever. And I'm like, that's a pretty catchy song. Let me listen to it. Okay, I like it. I'll add that to my library. Cause I'm not just gonna jump on they're a joke bandwagon, but I get it. They are pretty samey, I guess, and I don't really know what else it is about them. But I when I do listen to their songs, I'm like, I get why they're like seen as like a punchline or whatever. Um, I guess so. They're say the obvious backstory if anyone doesn't know about Imagine Dragons. Their first hit song, as far as I know, was "Radioactive," and that did get played a bunch. People probably got annoyed with them pretty quickly just because that was like a really huge song. And then I think this is where it came from. Is that it probably feels like Imagine Dragons is being pushed on the public with that song, and then like now it's like, oh, this is the theme song of this song. It's the theme song of this show. It's the theme song of this show. It's in this trailer for some reason. Remember, it was in the trailer for one of their songs was in the trailer for Murder on the Orient Express. I mean, I guess that's just the tone those movies have. Is like pop songs in the trailers and stuff. But it was very jarring when I first saw that. It was very funny to me. Um, their songs are good for that sort of, like I said, it's like a punchline. Um, I think that was the song "Believer," but that's a decent song. I don't think I dislike any of their songs, but I can easily laugh at them. Um, uh, I don't know what the band name means. I don't know where that came from. I'm not a fan, I guess. I do think, and this is something I've said before, I do think the theme song they made for Arcane, I don't think they knew what that show was about. They just heard it was a adaptation of a video game. And so they're like, okay, I don't, how does that theme song go? Oh, everyone wants to be my enemy. Yeah, that's a pretty constant thing in most in enough video games where they could be like, this is a safe bet that this will fit for this show. That there's a lot of enemies coming at you. Yeah, that's like a video game thing.